Hi! Alright, you ready?
Yeah, 3, 2. I do! Ah, no! Don't put that in. Put that in.
Beth. And then I gotta get. Let's do that last little part again.
Hello!
Hi, ready? Ready?
A minute just to listen to the stuff you should be getting. Irish Spike's my hottest life, and it's the sauces we be dripping.
Hi! I'm Spike.
And I'm Helen.
And this is Lovin' Hot Sauce. Hot pairings for hot sauce lovers.
Alright, so today we're making something that captures the look, the feel, the smell of springtime.
Cilantro Pesto using our Drunken Green hot sauce.
Alright, let's get started.
So this is our Drunken Green. It is a beer-based green sauce. And this is Vandal Green. It is a milder version of the Drunken Green. It's a collaboration sauce that we've done with the Vandal Pepper Sauce Company. I'm the saucier for both Vandal Pepper Sauce and our own company, Irish Spikes. And we're going to use the Drunken Green today. But if you like milder sauces, you can substitute in the Vandal Green just as easily, and it gives it a little less pop in the spice category. Drunken Green is a beer-based sauce. What that means is we get work from our friends at Paradise Creek Brewery in Pullman, Washington. We reduce that work down so you get a more concentrated flavor. And then we add malt vinegar to double down on that earthy beer flavor. And we add all the usual high notes of a green sauce with the addition of apple cider vinegar and oregano.
We've had people tell us that even though they don't usually care for cilantro, they still love this sauce. I think that the earthiness of the wort and the oregano really balances the bright notes of the cilantros and the tomatillos and the lime that usually come in a green sauce. Okay, so we have grated Parmesan, fresh garlic, fresh oregano. We don't need much of this because it's a very strong herb. You don't want it overpowering anything. We've got lots of cilantro. It is the main ingredient in a pesto, is the green. Our Drunken Green hot sauce.
Extra virgin olive oil, sunflower butter to replace the pine nuts, and of course, penne pasta.
We're going to use a different method than you're probably used to for doing pasta. We're going to use the cold water method. So we start with cold water. We add a tablespoon of salt to 2 quarts of water. It's not as much water as you're used to. There you go. And then you add that to the pot. And normally you'd put more water than that. But in this case we won't need it. Add the pasta to the cold water. And then bring the water to a boil. While that comes to a boil, we'll do the sauce. I'll add a little bit more. We're just going to let this go at a low temp for 4.5 minutes. And this is what we've got. But we're going to taste it and see if it needs a little bit of salt. And the spice comes right through. I would give it a little bit more salt to that. Just about a pinch. You always want to season it just after. Wait, don't do it while it's in the blender or in the food processor. Oh, and we used a blender. Generally, I would use a food processor, but we burnt out the food processor a couple weeks ago doing another recipe, and we haven't gotten a new one yet, so that's where we're at. All right, so let me mix this up. Blender worked all right. We've got a Vitamix, so it works out just fine. And that should be good. Nailed it, it's perfect. All right, so we're gonna take a little bit of the pasta water, we're gonna add it to this. Just about that much. We don't want much. We don't want to cook the pasta. We just want to add a little bit of the starch water to help loosen everything up. So move that around. It loosens it up, makes it more of a sauce. Like that. Maybe a little bit more. Not too much. Like I said, we're not trying to cook the pasta. That water's hot. There we go. See, you get a nice sauce out of it. And then we can just add, we've got the penne here, add that to it, and toss it. There we go. All right. Here we go. That sauce is clinging to the pasta really nicely. Add some bits of cilantro on there. Oh, that looks fantastic. And then some Parmesan cheese on top. We have a dish.
Let's do this.
Get a little bit of the cilantro there.
Oh, I want the cheese.
Yeah. Oh. Oh, that was a crime. I dropped some. Mmm.
That's really good.
That is excellent.
That olive oil, and that little bit of spice.
And the Parmesan. And what I like, you get the apple cider vinegar in there. You get that the serrano, so you don't. But it doesn't overtake everything. It's not too spicy, so it's perfect. That is really, really good.
Yes, it is.
Clara, you want to try some?
Okay.
The teenage daughter will be the final say. All right, here you go. Get some cilantro on there. You like it?
So good, right?
Yeah, it's good. Hey, wait.
Get back here.
Turd. The best review we could get is our teenage daughter just walking off with it, so I give it an A+.
Yeah. The best part is we've got plenty more. It's really easy to make.
Yeah, and you can add chicken, you can add peas. I almost added avocado oil instead of olive oil. That is really good. And remember, we used our blender, but it's probably best in a food processor. Our food processor just recently broke, and it's a sauce, so we could make it in the blender. It was a little bit more tricky that way. So I do recommend the food processor for that.
If you have one.
And that's it.
So remember, shop local, support your local restaurants, take care of one another, and
Love and hot sauce.
Put it on anything I can ingest and let me feel that burn.